Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be working in a different room. I know from my last couple of videos, I was working in the hallway upstairs, but I'm taking a break from that today to give my kitchen a little bit of a refresh. If you followed my channel for a while, you'll know that the kitchen didn't always look like this. It used to look like this when we bought the house, but I have a playlist showing all of the projects that I've done to the kitchen to turn it into what it is now. So before I had a DIY channel, I would watch tons of DIY videos. I actually still do. But I remember thinking like I'd watch these videos and they'd completely make over a room and like take out cabinets and make these big changes, which is fun to watch, yes. But I remember wanting videos also that would help me just to make my room look better with small little budget-friendly, easy changes. So that's what we're doing today, making some small changes that will not only make the kitchen look better, but also function better. The first thing I want to talk about is the lighting. So it used to have like a strip light kind of thing, and I added these lights right here, and I also added these pendants. And you may or may not have the ability and the budget to do that, but if you already have pendants and you don't love them, you don't have to live with them that way. I do like these pendants, but I want to switch out the globes on them to give them a little bit of a different look. And that's an easy thing that you can do without having to do any electrical work or anything like that. Okay, pendant lights and globes of this size can get kind of expensive, so I was really excited. I found these at IKEA. I will link them down below, but they're just more round, and I think I'm going to like the different shape than the ones that we already have. Now I'm going to keep the ones that I already have in case I change my mind later, because I'm like that, I'm indecisive, but I think I want to try these now. Okay, here's the new light, old light. Let me know down in the comments which one do you like better. Do you like the new one better? Do you like the old one better? I mean, I like them both. I knew I wanted something clear because the ceilings aren't super high, so I wanted you to be able to see through it. So they both work, but I think right now I'm really liking this round one. So I knew I was going to be working on making this kitchen look better and function better in the hopes that I might actually use it more and cook more. You know, kind of like if you buy new workout clothes in the hopes that you'll actually go to the gym. So I decided to partner with Temu because they have a super wide selection of things that I wanted for this kitchen. Temu is an online marketplace that connects consumers with millions of sellers, manufacturers, and brands around the world. So I headed over to their website. There are tons of sections on their website for clothes and home products and anything basically that you can think of. It's a massive marketplace, but I headed over to the kitchen section and I picked out a bunch of stuff that I think that we can use in the kitchen. So let's do an unboxing and see how we're going to use these. Okay, the first thing is this paper towel holder. I really like the gold finish on this, and it can be screwed in or it comes with a little adhesive strip. I'm going to put this underneath my cabinets. I also grabbed these, come in a package of 5, and they are for all of your small appliances for the cords. I already have one on my KitchenAid and I use it all the time, but it sticks onto your appliance, and then when you're done with it, you can just wrap the cord around and it won't be a huge tangled mess when you put it back in your cabinet, or they're really good if you leave your appliance on the countertop like I do with my KitchenAid. Ooh, I've been really wanting one of these for, oh my gosh, a long time. And this is a little thing that goes across your sink. So whenever you're washing dishes, you can just put the dish on top of this and let it dry, but it doesn't take up tons of space. You can just roll it up and put it away. This is an organizer. You could use it for plates or whatever. I'm going to use it for my lids for like pots and pans under my cabinet because it just gets jumbled and crazy under there. So I'm gonna put all of my lids in a row and I'll be able to have everything organized and neat and be able to find it when I'm looking for it. Next is this Lazy Susan. I love Lazy Susans. This is gonna go in my cabinet for all of my different things that I use, and I'll be able to spin it and see instead of having to take everything out to get to the stuff that's in the back, and it'll be much more organized, which I love. Okay, another thing that I love that I feel like I'm always picking up are like utensils, kitchen utensils. And Temu had such a big selection. I love these wooden ones, and these will look really cute on my counter too, so I can leave them out, which frees up lots of drawer space. So make sure you guys go check out Temu. You can download their app. They have free shipping and free returns within 90 days. And I will leave my code in the description box down below, and that will get you 30% off, which their prices are already really good. So thank you so much to Temu for sponsoring today's video. Okay, the next thing that I need to do is address this island. Now it looks fine from right here, but when you get closer, you can see that the caulk, it right there, keeps failing all the way down. So what I'm gonna do is remove that caulk, and I'm just gonna put quarter round right on this back piece. I designed it because I didn't want it to go around the sides at all for a cleaner look, but I think we need it for this back piece. After all the caulk was scraped, I grabbed my tape measure and just measured underneath the island. And then I'm gonna cut my quarter round or toe molding, whatever you wanna call it, to that size. And then I'm just going to shoot that in with my brad nailer. I'm using 1.5 inch brad nails. And then I will wood fill all the little holes that the brad nailer makes, and then caulk, wait for that to dry, and paint, and it will be all done. I'm going to go through and touch up this island because it gets beat up more than anything in the kitchen because kids. But while we wait on the caulk to dry, I want to use a magic eraser, and I'm just going to give everything a good wipe down. That way we don't have to touch up any more than we have to. A spot we might think we need to touch up, but it'll just come right off with the magic eraser. All right, we've got everything all clean, but I want to do one more thing before we paint the island. So I have an outlet right there, and I have one kind of hidden underneath. And you might have seen me use these before in my guest bedroom makeover. These are paintable outlet covers. And so we're just going to remove this one, and we'll paint the new one to match the island. And we'll put that one back, and it'll blend in much better. Okay, the paint is still drying on that outlet, but you can see how much better it blends in. And this one too, that's still drying. But this little trim piece down here looks so much better than all of that cracked caulk. Now I want to do one last project that is going to be hopefully pretty easy and inexpensive. So I added this hutch and painted it black, which I love, but I do kind of feel like it's like a black hole. I want to add some wood. Like I've already tried to add wood to the back. You can see there's like a wood tray and some cutting boards. So I want to add some vertical shiplap, and I'm gonna stain it and add it to the back of this hutch. So you might not have a hutch like I do in your kitchen, but if you have glass cabinets or anything like that, you can add some interest to the back of it. You could do beadboard or ship up. I've even seen beadboard wallpaper, but I think it'll just give the kitchen a little bit more character, which is what I feel like I'm always trying to add. The first thing that I did was remove those top and bottom shelves. The middle shelf does not come out, so I took some measurements for the top and for the bottom, and then I just took my shiplap, and I'm using one board as a template and cutting the rest of the boards. It's a really quick way to do that. And after those were all cut, they were pretty smooth, but I really wanted to give them a super smooth finish, so I'm using my sander and 220 grit sandpaper and just going over the tops of these to make sure that they're ready for stain. After those were all done, I remembered that my boards are not going to be the exact width that I need for the inside of the hutch, so I measured the width of the hutch and I'm marking that on these boards, and then I'm just going to cut a little bit off of each side of the two end boards. That way it doesn't look like one of the end boards is really small and the other one is regular sized. So just kind of make everything symmetrical and even. And then I'm going in with this wood conditioner because these are pine boards and it can accept stain differently in different places, and I didn't want it to look splotchy, so I just used that wood conditioner and let it dry. And then I am going in with this stain that we are using. It's my favorite. It's called Early American. And after that dries, everything will be ready to install. I'm using my brad nailer again here to shoot these shiplap boards into the wall. So I am making sure that I nail into like the little lip of the shiplap, because the next board will overlap and you will not see the nail holes. Every now and then I'm putting one nail into a part that you will see, but it's not too bad that I don't have to wood fill it or anything. But that's just kind of a way to cover up the holes and make sure that it's not going anywhere. Okay, the boards are in and we need to put our shelves back in, but they are going to be too wide now, so we just need to rip a little bit off this back edge on the table saw. The last thing to do was add these shelves back in and all of our pretty things, and this is how it turned out. Okay, it's all done. I know that it's super subtle, but I really like the warmth that it brings the kitchen. I'm not sure if that's picking up on camera, but I'm really glad that I did it. That's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed these tips and tricks, that maybe you can use some of these in your kitchen. And next week we will be back working on the hallway. So I'll see you guys then. Bye.